one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie After Dark.
I'll try to actually sit on it. It's called Get Up On It.
Y'all didn't know I co-wrote that, right? I'm just teasing, right? I love that song. I love that song. That's like one of my workout songs, you know. That's one of my workout songs. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm your host, Jazzie K Ward, and welcome to another edition of Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. That was the one and only international recording artist, Michael Fields Jr., who is our special guest tonight. We have Dr. Chantel Graham that's in the house with us tonight. Also, Chef D. I see Bridget and Ron Lefford that's coming in the room. Before we get started, don't forget to share the video, but go over to K Ward Radio, my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that. It only takes a second. KWardRadio.com. Make sure you subscribe as well. And if you don't, as we say on the show, shame on you. Also, shame on you if you don't know our special guest tonight. We're going to have an up close and personal conversation with him, something that you don't want to miss. So let's go ahead and kick off Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K Ward.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show, Artist Talk. Hey, I see people coming in the room. Hey, what's up, Boston? I see Colleen Keefley, my friend. So good to see you as always. Hey, Sheila Singleton is in the house. And again, I thank you all so much. Please share the video. Make sure you put in the comment section where you're watching from. Also, if you have any questions or comments for our guest tonight, make sure you post them there. We'll do our best to answer those. What's up, my brother, Anthony Faulkner? Awesome guy. If you don't know recording artist Anthony Faulkner, shame on you. Okay, guys. KWardRadio.com is the website. Make sure you subscribe to that. But before we get started, my special guest. So shame on me for not having this brother on a lot sooner, right? International recording artist. He's a producer. He's a bassist. Michael Fields Jr. has that it factor. And so we opened up with that video. I'm going to have to ask him, I don't know if that was 22 or 21 with Jazz on the Green, which he's going to perform again, be performing at again this year in August. So we'll talk about that as well. But my next guest, he's been impacting the world with his musical gift for a very long time. His music can be heard on smooth jazz stations everywhere. And as we say, if you don't know Michael Fields Jr., shame on you. Shame on you, your mom and them, your auntie them, your cousin, and everybody in there, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome to Artist Talk, recording artist, producer, and bassist, Michael Fields Jr. Come on. Michael, what's up, my brother?
Hey, Jazz, how you doing?
I'm good, my brother. I see you. You're looking fly. You're looking, now you're going to make me go get my hat on, put my jersey on, and all that. But how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. No complaints at all. Blessed.
Very well. It's so good to finally for us to have a conversation. I know we were talking a little behind the scenes, and I was like, Michael, wow, man, I can't believe that it took me a while to have you on the show, even though you've been on my list for a long time. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come on and have talk it up with me, chat it up with me.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you, my brother. Don't forget, also check, Michael, where's the best way for people to find you? Should they go to michaelfieldsjr.com, the website?
Yeah, there or just any. I'm active on social media, so I if you're talking to me on social media, you're talking to me. So
I'm talking about. I like that. So before we get into my the real you questions, again this month, what's up, my girl Tasha Mack is here. So we're talking about February is Black History Month, which we all know. Black History Month. It's every day, right? When we talk about history, and I know you being from Tulsa, Oklahoma, just like I live in Alabama, another historic place where the civil rights movement took place. But in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I think about, wow, the Tulsa massacre. So what's your thoughts? Do people still talk about that today? And what do you think our young people should really know about that massacre?
Just here in the last few years, there has been a whole lot more talk about it. We have the Greenwood Rising. It's a memorial there, one of the memorials, and it's actually like just a walk through. I don't know. I'm losing my thought on it, but you can walk through and they have like a different scene analogies of just different things that happened that night. But you hear of a lot of big music cities, since we're talking about music, like New York and Chicago. But Oklahoma was a very musical city, and still is a very musical city. And Black Wall Street, there were hundreds of businesses there. Big old movie theaters, banks. They had their own doctor offices, everything. So it was a very thriving place. So yeah,
it was. Yeah, and I always tell everybody that when you get a chance, Google it, go to websites. I'm sure there's museums. I also saw something, I don't know if it was on CNN, where they were talking about in Tulsa, where they had redug up, I think, some grave sites there.
Yeah. It was a mass grave.
There was a mass graves massacre there. So wow. But again, thank you so much for sharing that with us. People know your history. Good, know your Black. You know your history. You should know your history, right? So, Mike, I do this segment called The Real You. So some random questions that I think of for our guests, just to get to know Michael Fields Jr. just a little bit better. My first question is like, what were you like in high school?
Um, class clown, clowning all the time.
Really?
Just goofy. You
Really?
know, singing to all the girls. You know, Boys the Men was popular. You know, so just a clown,
Just a
pretty
clown.
much.
You
Yeah.
want one of those when uh, Michael, you need to go to the principal's office. They need to see you up there in the principal's office.
Nah, I want that bad. You know, I was pretty slick with it though. You know,
Like,
so
you're pretty
but
slick.
yeah,
I was wondering what was I like? People really, I was real quiet and kind of shy guy in school, but I talked a lot. And some people say,
yeah,
"Oh, Jazz, I don't believe that." I talked a lot. They would call my mom and be like, "Miss Ward, Corey's good, but he just will not stop talking so much."
yeah.
And so my mom will come to the school so much, y'all. They say, "Your mama teach here." I said, "Don't be funny. My mama don't teach everything." Your mama
Yeah,
is always after
yeah.
school. So another question is, what's your biggest fear?
Um, my biggest fear. Um, I'm kind of everything that I do now is more driven towards for my kids for being an example for them, mainly for my son.
Mhm.
So I think my biggest fear is failing them.
Yeah,
Everything that I do is to show them that we can do whatever we put our mind to.
right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
I gotta say that would be it.
That'd be it. I like that. I like that, and I think that's so important. Especially I don't have kids, but a niece and nephew to be a positive role model. And I think kids today, things were a little different when I grew up, y'all. So
Yeah,
having those positive role models, now so much with social media, all
yeah.
this bullying issues. You got cyberbullying,
Hmm.
all this different stuff. So I think that is so important. Um, what's your favorite song to dance to, and why?
Ugh.
You
Well,
got a favorite?
I'm not really a dancer,
Okay.
but
Well, something you
um
kind of groove to, oh, that's my jam. Something you bob
um
you.
let me see. I really like Dwelle.
Oh,
Um
I like it.
and he one of my songs that I've been listening to pretty regular here lately is a song he called Cheating. And he's
Oh,
just like a metaphor where he's talking about his girlfriend, but he's
mhm.
cheating on his girlfriend with his girlfriend. It's just wordplay, but the
Okay.
groove is phenomenal.
You like that. And,
Yeah.
and I got one more question for you. A lot of people say
Hmm.
this is not a fair question. I love both of these artists, but if I say, well, Michael, Prince or Michael Jackson, and why?
Okay. I would have to go with Prince,
Okay.
just for the fact that he was a musician
Hmm.
first. He
Hmm.
was a multi instrumentalist at that, and so and it's crazy. I didn't, Prince is
Yeah.
a genius, which we all know,
Right.
and then on the producer side. So yeah,
Mhm.
it would have to be him. Just his creativity, just
I know. Well, have you ever? I never got the opportunity. Did you get opportunity to go to a concert of his ever?
never,
Never.
never,
I know. Me too.
never
Shame
have.
on me, right? I
Yeah,
like that. So thank you, my brother, for answering those questions. The real you.
yeah.
See that wasn't too bad, was
No, it wasn't bad.
it? I know a lot of people like Jazzy. What you gonna ask me? Oh, you never know what I'm gonna ask you. But again, everyone, our special guest tonight is an international recording artist, Michael Fields Jr. Not only is he a recording artist, he's a bassist and he's also a producer. And if you don't know this brother, again, shame on you. So if you have questions or comments for our guest tonight, you can find him everywhere. He's on Facebook, he's on Twitter, he's on IG, he's on TikTok. Just type in Michael Fields Jr. I promise you, you'll find him. So, Mike, just going back to the pandemic, we never thought like something like this would, in my lifetime, I would even be alive to see something like that. So,
Right.
how did you and your family navigate during that time?
Um, man, it was definitely tough. Just we just had each other, and I was, at the time, I was fortunate to still be able to work my regular job doing all of that. Thank
Right.
goodness.
Right.
But it actually brought us closer together.
Oh yeah.
During that time, I spent a whole lot more time
Mhm.
with my kids than before.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
yeah.
like it. Was there anything that you had more time to do, or did you learn more about Michael yourself during that time? Because we were quarantined, so I mean, I learned a lot about Jazzie. It's like, I am this way, I'm that way. Oh, okay. So I learned some different stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to say, in the last 3 years for me, I've kind of been on this soul searching journey for myself. So yeah, I would say I learned a lot. And you know, Oddly enough, during that time, the music kind of stopped for me.
Okay.
Um, so like I said, yeah,
Okay.
I've definitely learned a lot more things, and yeah,
Right.
I did.
I understand. I understand, my brother. But I can definitely say it gave me the opportunity. So artists like yourself, who, when you're in radio, people, it's always busy, it's always fast paced. So when we play artist music, we're listening, but a lot of times we don't get a chance to really engage and in depth, really listen to the song. So I had a chance to like really listen to some music. I listened to a lot of your music because I was fortunate enough to be able to work from home, and I'm still working
Yeah.
from home. Praise the Lord. Yeah.
Yes.
So it gave me an opportunity here, right here in my office, to just listen to music. And we always know that music is so universal. So even like
Hmm.
Michael, y'all, he has a new release called I Like That. And I'm telling you, it is fire. It is fire. He's going to perform
Thank
it
you.
here tonight. Um, Even like from your 2017 album, what Love on the Bottom. So you did a volume 1 and volume 2, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So y'all, I'm telling you, wherever music is sold, you need to have some Michael Fields Jr. music in your life. I'm telling you,
Yes.
if you don't know this guy, again, shame on you. I mean, he's worked with some amazing other artists like Ben Tankard, Jermaine Mundane, Walter Beasley, Lynn Roundtree, Phil Denny, Marcus Anderson, right too,
Yep. Marcus, Julian Vaughn.
Julia
So
Eldridge
yeah,
Jackson,
Eldridge Jackson. Yep.
and the list go on and on and on. But another question I wanted to kind of go back to a little bit, Michael, when we talk about music, whether it's jazz, whether it's folk, whether it's rock, jazz is a little different. I always think jazz is in a class all about itself. But why should people care about jazz music?
It's I think a lot of times people get when you think jazz, they think about the traditional jazz, swing jazz.
Right.
And then, they kind of shun smooth jazz a little bit.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think it's the best of both worlds because just the fusion of it all.
Right.
And depending on who the artist is and their approach or their take on the music is,
Hmm.
it's something you never heard before. You
Right.
know,
Right.
so yeah,
Yeah. Jazz is funky, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, but I
it
also have
is.
the opportunity on my full-time job, Michael. I am because we're all in a Zoom box. So on my full-time job, I call us the Hollywood Squares. We
Okay,
call us the Hollywood Squares. So I'm the DJ. So
okay.
before we start our staff meetings, I play music. I feature artists like yourself, and like Chantel said, jazz is funky, and people are like, wow. Again, as you mentioned, people think swing, or they like, oh, that's for old people music.
Hmm.
That's old people music.
Or
But no,
elevator music.
yeah, they think of the elevator music. I was almost gonna say somebody else's name, but I'm not gonna say that because I think people may take it the wrong way, which I love. But people always say, oh, I know him. That's the elevator music man. I said,
Uh,
oh, okay. So,
yeah, yeah.
but jazz is so funky. But how did you know, going back to your younger days, did you always want to do jazz music?
I didn't. Just kind of something. So I'm a PK. So I
Mhm.
grew up in church. Um, and so actually piano is my main instrument.
Wow.
A lot
I
of
love
people don't know that. But so my mom, she used to pray all the time, and or so before church, you got to set the atmosphere So a lot of times, music what I'll come up with would just be just from that. And I actually recorded my very first album. Man, I'm
Wow.
dating myself. Uh,
Well, you only look like you're about 26 now.
I'll take it. Oh yeah, we'll stick with 26. So, but yeah, I didn't know that that's what it was gonna involve into. And
there you go.
yeah, I'm just
That's right.
rolling with it.
Yeah, because I follow you a lot on social media, and I see you at church
Yeah.
on Sunday mornings. Tell us, if you can, share us with what's the name of your church, and I'm sure you're also probably the musician at your church, right?
Yeah. Name of my church is Christian Life Cathedral. And it's in Fayetteville, Arkansas, so it's an hour and a half north of where I'm at. But it's a non-denominational, multicultural church.
Okay.
Pastor is Pastor Steve Dixon. It's just a great church. I love it. I love being involved there.
Wow, what so much dedication in your faith. So you drive an hour and a half every Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a blessing. I was going to ask you how important is your faith to you?
It's very important. For me, once again, being a PK as a child, having to be in church, and then in my adult life, not having to go to church. Just a few things that I've been through in life. Just even the opportunity to be able to play music. This hand here, I broke it completely off. I don't know if you can see the scar. Broke it completely off in a car accident on the way to church, ironically. But from going from the doctors telling me that I'd never be able to play music again, and my sister, she broke both her legs, not being able to walk, for both of us being miracles and doing what they said we wouldn't be able to do. There's nobody but God. So, that's my number one reason right there.
Oh, wow.
So,
See, look at God. Look at God.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at God. Because I was just wondering, and I would see you on every Sunday morning. I'm like, well, there go Mike. He in church, and you be playing. You're playing over there. So everybody, again, my special guest, I'm your host, Jazzie K Ward. Again, I thank each and every one of you for watching. Again, if you have a question or comment for our guests, make sure you put that there in the comments section. Michael Fields Jr. has a new release out called I Like That. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back. We're going to have a little bit more conversation. We're going to check out this amazing performance from our guest right here on Artist Talk. Don't go anywhere too far. We'll be right back right after this.
Feel the Breeze, the latest single from multi-platinum jazz recording artist Sean Lavelle, is here. Featuring Grammy-nominated recording artist Patrice Rushen. Download or stream now at all your favorite music outlets.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show, Artist Talk. My special guest tonight is international recording artist, producer, bassist Michael Fields Jr. And I like the comment that Tasha Mack, again, chit chat with Tasha Mack. If you don't know her, shame on you. She says, when God has a plan, there's absolutely nothing that will stop that plan.
Absolutely.
I believe that. So, Michael, this new song, well, let me tell you, I like that. I'm just gonna say, I like that song. So, what's different about I Like That from maybe some of your previous work that you've done?
So I want to say my last single that I went out was "Get Up On It." It was a song you talked about earlier, and it was just more of just that funk, my funk, just in your face, but smooth. I just with this one, I just it was just an idea, and I just went like all the way totally smooth with this one. It's just all the way. It's just smooth. It just had a good feel to it.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's a whole vibe, y'all. I'm telling you, this song is a whole vibe. And I wanted to ask you, like, what producers are who did you work with on this particular song?
So I wrote and produced this myself. I featured a guy on the pianist Fred Smith. Okay. So just a little fun fact about Fred. Fred was one of the last artists that Wayman Tisdale produced.
Wow.
you know, in the late 90s or so. So he's another hidden gem.
Oh, wow.
And so I met him, you know, coming out here to Tulsa. We actually was at church together.
There you go.
And so anyway, he's always been one of the people that, you know, call me and like, man, I just heard this song, man. I heard your songs on XM. Man, you killing. So uplifting person. But anyway, smooth. His vibe is
Wow.
unmatched. And so I had to do something with him. So
Okay, I love that. I was going to ask you, wow, you know, I had the opportunity many years ago to meet Wayman Tisdale. Did you know him?
I did. So the church that I played at there in Tulsa was his father's church, Friendship Baptist.
Oh, wow.
So I played there when Tiz left to go to California. Is when he moved out there before everything happened with the fall and all of that stuff. So yeah, I did know him.
Okay. Did y'all ever get a chance to play together?
No. But you know, I did. He did hear me though. So
okay, that's good. That's good.
Yes, sir.
I love that. But so what I want to do, I want y'all to get into this. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's funky, it's vibe. I'm telling you, Michael Fields Jr. He did this one, y'all. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this is "I Like That" by international recording artist, bassist, and producer Michael Fields Jr. Here we go. I'm telling, didn't I tell y'all this song was a whole vibe? Did y'all see what Tasha Mack said? She said, I will ride the elevator up and down. That's one of those songs like you just don't get out the car till the song goes off. That's one of those songs. It catches your attention. So Alice, my sister Alice said, will you be at the Sea Breeze Jazz Festival in April?
Tell her I wish. I wish. One day.
Have you ever, so you've never played at the Sea Breeze?
Never played.
Shame on your Sea Breeze Jazz Festival. Shame on you for not having Michael Fields Jr. and so many amazing gifted talent. I could say a lot about that, but that's a whole nother conversation. So I don't,
and that's also one of the reasons why I've done my jazz festival, just trying to give breakout artists chances, just to do stuff, because we just no one's giving us the platform at all.
Right. And so tell us about Jazz on the Green.
Yeah, and it's just that. It's a smooth jazz festival that started in 2020 in Tulsa, here in Tulsa. And just, after years of just trying to be out on the road, trying to get out on festivals like Sea Breeze, I've always brought artists to Tulsa. I've done this event called Tulsa Jazzy Nights, was like a 1920s vibe where we dress up like Harlem Nights. And so every year I would bring in somebody. I brought Marcus Anderson in, Phil Denny, just different people in. So just the idea of introducing Tulsa to world-class smooth jazz artists, that's how it came about. We're in our 4th year.
Oh, wow.
This year, and it's growing.
I like that. Is there any way, like myself and people watching, is there any way that how can we support? Because again, I know it takes money, right? So how can we support you? Is it that people need to buy tickets, or do you should start maybe a foundation or something, Michael, to support it?
So it is absolutely free to the public. However, we do take donations. There are some people that just give, that just they want to be a part of it. We do have sponsorship packets and all that stuff. And if you're interested, you can just email us over at email me at Michael at Waterfront Rock Productions.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. So, and I'm getting some tweets, some messages, and some other artists was like, wow, I want this opportunity. So can they just email you if you would consider them being featured one year at the festival?
Yeah, so I mean, I have this saying: a closed mouth don't get fed. So
say that again, please.
Closed mouth don't get fed. So a lot of artists do reach out to me. Right now we're in 1 day, but hopefully we'll be going to 2 days. But I start a whole year earlier. So and that's just kind of something that I've learned about trying to get on other festivals. If you're reaching out to me now, you're too late.
You're too late. Okay.
Too late. So
maybe if they reach out to you now, maybe 2024.
Yeah. Hey. Absolutely.
But I think that's important in this business is knowing the business. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I also believe in relationship building, connecting with artists.
Yep.
Because again, there's so many talented artists out here that people don't know. Mm-hmm. And don't you think that's important to have good relationships in this business?
Absolutely.
Right.
And I mean, I'll say with everyone that I work with, 100% of our business has been, just, word of mouth, verbal contracts until the contract comes, and then just being a person of integrity and honoring your commitments and stuff too. So
I love that. So hey, everybody, again, our special guest tonight is international recording artist, producer, and bassist Michael Fields Jr. So Michael, what we're going to do, we have Dr. G is in the house. She's going to give us a health tip for the week. And we're going to come back and have a little bit more up close and personal conversation with our special guest. So don't go anywhere. Let's get ready for Mind, Body, and Soul with Dr. Chantel Graham.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing my guitar. I was playing my guitar in the background.
Were you featured on the song?
I was, I co-wrote that one too, but I just don't want to keep bragging about myself.
Oh, wow. You know what? I thought I saw your name in the credits.
It did. It said SG, so that's
Gotcha.
We're going to leave it at that. Thank you very much. I'll be on tour, world tour, starting tomorrow.
Started to
in the OR. Look in the OR.
In the OR, Dr. G, my friend. It's so good. Follow Dr. G, Dr. Graham at the applife.info. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. Good day, good people. So, last week we talked about chlorophyll. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of questions. People are confusing chlorophyll with chlorella with spirulina. So just a little recap of last week. Chlorophyll is that molecule that turns plants and veggies green. So anything that's green has chlorophyll in it. Okay. Now, we don't forget the benefits of chlorophyll. It's going to help reduce blood pressure. It's going to raise those red blood cell counts. It's overall good health. It's an anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, all those great things. So anything that has chlorophyll in it is going to have those properties on top of other things. So now we have spirulina on one hand and chlorella on the other hand. Both of those are algae. Chlorella is a green algae. Spirulina is a blue-green algae. A lot of studies have been done on spirulina and the benefits. We love it because, for one, it's high in protein. Okay. It's easily available. You'll see all the pill forms and liquid forms, and no matter where you look at, it's always available. It does lower cholesterol. It lowers blood pressure, and it's great for muscle building and endurance if you want to work out. Now, the thing about chlorella is it's a little tricky because it has this outer hard shell cellulose that if you take it naturally, it's going to pass right through your system. You're going to absorb at most 1% of it. So when you're looking for chlorella, you got to get cracked chlorella. That's to crack off that shell. And you'll see it when you look it up. It'll say cracked or cracked open chlorella. Because this way it allows your body to absorb. It has higher nutrients. Now, the difference between the two is it has both great properties, but chlorella is higher in vitamin B1, in is in biotin, and in vitamin D, where spirulina is high in B2, B6, and it helps break down iron much better. So if you're anemic, you want to go with the spirulina. I say get the combination. A lot of times you'll see them in both. Remember, too, chlorella is high in omega-3 and spirulina is high in omega-6. So just get them both together and you'll be happy. Now, chlorophyll, remember last week, you want to take it naturally. Get you some good spinach, dehydrate, bake it out, put it in a powder form, put it in your smoothies and in your soups and everything else. That's great. But chlorella and spirulina, you can get in tablet form and it's readily available everywhere. So get yourself some greens, people.
Greens,
good for your heart.
Right. I love greens. My favorite are mustard and turnip greens.
See, I like collards and cabbage mixed together. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Oh, look. Oh, I can do that with a little bit of ham hocks. I know people don't want to hear about pork, but ham, that's just like bacon makes everything taste better. Sorry, people. Listen, I'm gonna still eat a little bit of pork. Not too much, just a little bit. It's good for you.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
I love that. You always give us such great health tips for the week. And, I have to see slightly over in the corner. I see Nia the Germinator.
She's always right here next to me.
Tell us real quick about the book and how people can go purchase it.
You see my email, Dr. Graham, theapplife.info. Email me or my website, theapplife.info. Now, this young lady, she takes care of those 4 germ brothers: Backie the bacteria, Frank the fungus, Vic the virus, and Prody the protozoa. You got to neutralize those germs. They're always around, but you got to keep them at a minimum. Just like people that you don't like, keep them at a minimum. That's a life coaching tip, okay?
Stay back. Yeah.
And if you don't know that hashtag, shame on you. Keep them at a distance. Just,
That's right. And y'all get the book. I'm telling you. Again, so whether you have kids, it's not just for kids, it's for adults. I read the book.
Come on. If you don't have a kid, you know what you do? You buy a copy, donate to your local library. There you go.
Right.
And Chantel, ask the question. Chantel, how come you're not rich and you're not famous? You want to know why? Because you didn't share my shit. Let's go. It's free. It costs you nothing. I appreciate you all.
That's right. And I have to ask you this question always. Michael Fields Jr., hey, we need his music in the OR. We need y'all to download his.
Oh, I thought you said go on tour. I'm sorry. Oh,
well, we'll ask him, can you maybe you can perform.
I'm going to sacrifice my time and make the festival. I'm going to be right there on stage.
You're going to be right there on stage.
In the background. Me and Nia, in my Nia outfit. I found a Nia outfit.
You found it, right. That's right. So we need his music in the OR.
That's right. That's right. You know it's going. Listen, it's not going to wait that long. That's playing on the way to work. I'm gonna come in doing a little two-step. Right. Get everybody to listen.
I was going to tell him that. You know what? It's a group that I go to. Something when we go out. I think it's on Thursdays. That's a good stepping song.
Okay.
That's a good step.
Calorie burner, and I'll get a little calorie burner and play that. Listen, let's get it going.
That's a great line stepping song. Well, Dr. Graham, can you stick around for the rest of the show?
I will be here, ready to. Now I can jump in and play if you want this next set.
Oh, okay. Well, I asked Michael, can you play? If he needs some help.
Yeah. All right, I'll let him live a little bit, just a little bit.
Dr. G, it's always good to see you, my friend. And
yeah, guys, see you next week.
See you next week.
All right.
It's Dr. Chantel Graham, Mind, Body, and Soul with a health and wellness tip. So we're going to go back to our special guest, who is recording artist Michael Fields Jr., who's a bassist, as well as a producer. So let's bring him back into the room, as we say. Come on in the room. What's up, my brother? Mike, I was going to tell you, that's a good line dancing song.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they do a lot of line dancing?
Yeah, it's huge out here, and they be flipping them around, swing.
Right. Yeah, now they do some of that in some churches.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Like, I will tell you a real funny story. When I would go to church, right? And I would just, I always sit on the section with some friends. And it's this one lady. No, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. I don't care. Every Sunday, I said, y'all, she finna get ready to run. And I be seeing her, she sit on the end and she be rocking. Right, and when they be the drummer and whoever playing, I said, she finna take off. She would run around the whole church. The church is pretty big. She run around the whole church in every aisle on the songs. And I said, Lord, please forgive me for laughing. I wasn't laughing at the lady. I just knew every Sunday she was going to take off. She said, oh, I always feel that music. But you know what? That's what music does to you, right?
Absolutely.
It uplifts us. It feeds our spirit, our mind, and soul. So I was going to say, like, what does music heal you from, Michael?
It just... Honestly, just really it sets my tone for life. Sets my tone for the day. I've just different stuff that if I'm feeling down, I may listen to something that's inspirational that'll lift me up. Or if I'm mad and growing up we used to fight and I want to fight, I might put on some Tupac or something. You know what I'm saying? Right. But we're not fighting these days, but we still listening. We still listen to Tupac. And if I feel like making love, I put on some Love on the Bottom or Casey and JoJo. It's whatever you need in life. There is some music. There's some music medicine for you.
Right. So you have a song. And y'all, excuse me. This is not professional. I mean, I'm trying to think of a song that Michael also has that you performed on Jazz on the Green. And I think it's "Can I Come Over?"
Oh yeah, yep.
I like. Did you write that song?
Yep.
I love that song. I was going to ask you, do you like if you're in that mood or whatever, you get comfort, whatever? Do you play your own music?
No. I mean, I have, but no.
No, you always sex her like, did you put on your own music? But I'm telling y'all, his song. I don't know if we're gonna have time to play it, but a little bit. It's called "Can I Come Over?" So I'm gonna ask my producer, Chef D, if you can find that. Let me know. I want y'all to hear a snippet of that. But my other question is, what would you say has been your greatest lesson you've learned getting to this point in your career or life?
I, I'd say my biggest lesson that I've learned so far is stop allowing the no's to stop me.
Right.
Because there are a lot of no's. There's a lot of, oh, your music isn't this, and I'd say stop being fueled by that. For me, a lot of the stuff was, radio promoters were like, this song ain't gonna work. No. And my single before this, Get Up On It, it just was a prime example. It's like, this is not for radio.
Wow. I just, that is really hard. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But, I'm thinking about an artist like yourself, being a producer as well, is that, like you and so many other artists, it's like, I'm thinking like, why is this man like not always number one? Why am I not seeing Michael Fields Jr. at all these other festivals that we don't have to name? And as I always say on the show, there's so many artists I love, but sometimes it's the same rotation, right?
It's the same rotation, yes.
It's the same rotation of artists. And I just wanted to ask you, is like, what makes you stay in this business? You know what I'm saying, Michael? Because you hear so many people like, don't go into it, it's difficult, but what makes you keep going?
It's a diary for me. Each one of these albums are diaries. I'm not one for a lot of words. So, like you have the Love on the Bottom series, but like, okay, Mr. Fields, then On the Move. Now my new album coming out next month, Feels Good. They're all stories of my life. And just I got a story to tell. Who's ever listening. And then lastly, just when I'm dead and out of here, it's just something I feel that my kids can have they can just put me on and hear me or whatever, go back to moments. So it's just a diary.
All right. I was going to ask you, are any of your kids musically inclined? Do they want to follow in their dad's footsteps?
My son, he's a drummer. He played on my Christmas record. And my daughter, she sings. So, I will see. Their mother sings as well. She's musical too. So we'll see.
Okay. Maybe we could get a family album.
Oh no.
You don't know? Like I was gonna think about like on your I haven't listened to your Christmas. Is your Christmas album, is it available? Can you still get it?
Yep. It's called Christmas with You.
Christmas with You. And what's the best way to get your album? Because I'm a little old school now. I like physical copies. Can we get still hard copies of you?
You can. You can order them on my website on there. I need to make sure that I even have that album on there. But
okay.
Yes, you can. If it's not on there, just email us and we'll get it to you.
I like you. So what's coming up next for Michael Fields besides Jazz on the Green?
So I have my new record coming out, and it's called Feels Good. That's my name. Okay. So I got that, and just a couple of dates. So I'll be traveling. I'll be in North Carolina next month. So that's it.
Okay. Michael Fields, Jr.com, y'all. Again, you can find him on IG. You can find him on Twitter. Wherever music is sold, hey, go get this latest release. I like that. Okay, y'all just heard the man play the song, right? We love that. So, Mike, before we let you go, my brother, what's the best advice you've been given, like in this profession of music, for someone that wants to follow you in your footsteps? Anything you can share, words of wisdom someone has shared with you?
Yes. I'll say learn how to speak up, never stop learning. Be a person outside of the instrument.
All right.
A lot of times, but just use the instrument to talk and just,
Right.
just those three things.
That's right.
Never stop learning, always be a student, and be a person outside of the music.
Right. And you know what? And know your business. Know your
Know your
business. Know
business.
this.
Yep.
Know this. This music business. That
Yep.
it's not easy, right? So it's
No.
like, wow, like Michael Fields Jr. Why isn't he here? Why isn't he there? But who were some of your inspiration artists that you grew up listening to? That
I grew up listening to Ben Tankard, Ben Tankard, and then I ended up getting on Victor Wooten pretty early on.
oh wow.
But yeah, I really said those are my main two. Then I got into foreplay kind of later in college. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is it anybody that you would, and I'm sure probably so many others, but if you could name like your top three, is it anybody like on your bucket list that you like, wow, I would love to do something with them?
Yes, again, I played with Marcus Miller a couple years. I say a couple years. Maybe 10 years ago, for when Wayman died, and
Okay.
they brought his band in. But bucket list is to bring him back for
Okay.
Jazz on the Green. It's my
Okay.
number one. We played, and we did a kind of bass off thing, and he ate me up, y'all.
You
He
look
ate me up. This was so I want a do over. I know I'm gonna get ate up again, but I just want to do it again.
okay. I like. So what do you do at your craft that makes you great? What do you do as far as practicing to make Michael Fields Jr. this amazing bass player?
Um, just I can't really say that I practice. I try to be intentional
Okay.
in what I'm doing, and being very expressive in what I'm doing. I want to be able to communicate
Okay.
how I feel.
Okay.
Because I can just play it, but actually expressing what I'm trying to say non-verbally.
Okay.
So
I like that. I like that. You know what I always say? I was like, I want a Michael Fields Jr. song with you and Phil Perry. Phil Perry is like one of my favorite. I was like, I could hear a Phil Perry and Michael Fields Jr. song. I could see you doing something with the Isley Brothers. I was just naming a whole bunch of people.
yeah.
And your song, Get Up On It. You remember the Isley Brothers? I like the way you move your body.
Mm-hmm.
It has the same groove to me. So when even in your new song, I like that. I don't know what you call it when it first comes on. It dun, 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 dun. It's something when that first like maybe 5 seconds. I love the intro of that song. So let people know again where they can follow you and where to go get your music.
You can follow me online, michaelfieldsjr.com, or any social media. It's all Michael Fields Jr. You can get the music at all those platforms, Apple Music, Spotify. I'm trying to get my Spotify audience up, so y'all get on over there.
Yeah, y'all go over there. It only takes a second. Type in Michael Fields Jr. and just follow, hit the like, y'all. It only takes a second. It's all about support. And being an independent recording artist, y'all, these artists, they're not signed to major labels. So again, he's talking about Jazz on the Green. You can support that. Always, you can hit Michael up and he can give you further information on how you can support this festival that he puts on. What's up, my brother? Ultimate Entertainment. He said you're one of his favorites.
Bro.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy too. Michael, again, time always flies when you're having so much fun, my brother. Thank you for coming on the show. Will you come back?
Yes, sir. Whenever you have me.
I would love for you to come back and tell them again about Jazz on the Green. When is that?
It is August 19th, and if you can't be there in person with us, you can stream it. It's completely free. Just on my YouTube page, subscribe to my YouTube page, Michael Field Jr., or you can go on the Jazz on the Green page. Follow us there. Like, share, let everybody know.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's also in the comments section, y'all. And I'll post some things. And wow, can you believe it's free? And support give money. It's free, y'all. It's free. But Michael, my brother, thank you for coming back on the show again. Anything I can do to continue to support you. I know I play you each and every Saturday when I
appreciate you.
And we just love us some Michael Fields Jr. over at WVAS. My brother, can you stick around a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Appreciate it so much. Hey, everybody. I want to thank you all for another great show. Happy Monday to each of you. For those who watch the replay, who are there now, thank you so much for your support each and every Monday. Dr. G, thank you so much. Chef D, thank you as always. K Ward Radio is my YouTube channel. Subscribe. KWardRadio.com is my website. Please subscribe to that as well. Any artists would like to be featured on the show, my information is posted there. If you would like to support the show, PayPal, Cash App, no donation. It's too small. We appreciate it. Okay. Join me each and every Saturday on 90.7 Alabama State University on WVAS, where you get some of the best of smooth jazz. I always say this. Remember, if you create the company, Jazzie K Ward will definitely create the mood just for you. That's one of my sayings, right? Hey, guys. Hey, thank you so much. Have a great rest of the week. And don't forget to check out Michael Fields Jr. Take care of yourself and be kind to others. We'll see you next time.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can come over. Scout, can I come over? The word says, baby, can I come over? Gotta be on thing I want to show you, baby, tonight. Yeah. Baby, can I want to look at the things I told you, baby, tonight.
It's the Jazzie K Ward coming at ya.